What's up, guys? Welcome to NMD TV. Canes all day. If you're rocking with the you, then you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. This weekend, we got a big non-conference game. And if you've been following this channel, I don't like to do predictions, or I don't like to say I know this will happen or I know that will happen until week 3, because I feel like until you see a team play 3 games, we really don't know anything. Like, I'm watching different people talk about this game, and I'm like, we don't know what our passing game looks like. All we ran the other day was a couple tunnel screens. And our offensive coordinator, he talked about that. You know, he said, hey, we're running it down their throats. Why would we open up the book? You know, Tyler had the stint on his hand, blase. So, honestly, going into this game, we really don't know what's going to happen. We really don't know the tendencies of both teams because they've only played one game. All we know is both of these teams have talented players, right? And coming into this game, how do I feel about it? So I just kind of want to talk about my thoughts. The first thought is we need this victory. We need this victory. I was looking back, and we haven't won a big non-conference game, since we beat Notre Dame in 2017. Think about that now. Since 2017, we went up against LSU, lost to them, went up against Florida, lost to them, went up against Alabama, lost to them, went up against Texas A&M, lost to them, and we're back again going up against Texas A&M. So I feel like this is a big game. This is a game that we need, one, to start to change the program, to get us back to winning these non-conference games. We need to get this W. Not only that, Texas A&M is a heavy hitter in the recruiting area. So if we got a lot of recruits coming to the game. If we can beat Texas A&M in front of those recruits, it's just going to look good on us. So we need this victory. I couldn't believe it's been that long since we've won a big-time non-conference game. If we're going to change, if we're going to rebuild, if we're going to start pushing this culture a different way, Mario Cristobal, we got to get this dub. The next thought that I got in mind, and there is a plethora of thoughts that I've thought about throughout this game, but these two are just two that keep coming back to me. Tyler Van Dyke. If you're a follower of this channel, you know that when Tyler was good, I called it like it was. When Tyler was bad, I called it like it was. So let's talk about Tyler Van Dyke. Now, Tyler Van Dyke was talked about being a first-round draft pick. A first-round draft pick. So my question is, are we holding him to that standard? Are we holding him to that standard? Because when I talk to you guys in the comments, when I talk to you guys off the camera, when I talk to Miami Hurricane, when I talk to the La Familia, a lot of you guys talk about the scheme last year. A lot of you guys talk about the offensive line last year. And I cannot debate you on that. The offensive line wasn't great last year, and the scheme was horrific last year. You know, we can dibble dabble into the details, but I don't think anybody would disagree with me on those. So if you're telling me we've brought in a new offensive coordinator and we've seen this rebuilt offensive line, it looked impressive. I want to see him do it more. I want to see the consistency, but the look, the size, it is different. Then that tells me I should be expecting Tyler Van Dyke to play like a first-round draft pick quarterback, projected. We need TVD come Saturday. We need TVD. We don't need Tyler. We need TVD. And I'm coming to you, TVD, and I'm telling you this, if you're watching the channel, if you happen to be on your YouTube and you happen to see NMD come across the timeline and you click on it, I'm going to tell you something, my guy. Can you win the big game? Can you lead us in a big game and get that victory? Because when I look at Tyler's career, when D'Eriq King went down, he came in. He was very impressive. But if you remember, he did beat back-to-back ranked teams. And I don't want to take that away from him. I really don't. But the season was done. It would have took a miracle for us to win the ACC or to win the Coastal and make it to the ACC championship game. So to me, there wasn't a lot of stakes at that point when Tyler won those two back-to-back games versus ranked teams. And he played impressive and he done great. So we know he can beat good teams. But can he win the big game? You lost to Florida State. That was a big game. And Florida State was doo-doo. You look at last year, hell, we didn't just lose big games. We lost a lot of games. I feel like Tyler Van Dyke still needs a big game on his resume. He needs it. And I think Texas A&M, beating them would be a nice win on his resume. He didn't play terrible last year, but he didn't lead us to victory, and obviously we didn't win. TVD, can you show out when the bright lights are on you, when the nation's watching? Can you lead the Miami Hurricanes? Because we got a new offensive coordinator. We got an impressive offensive line. As I said, I don't know what the offensive passing game looks like because really all we did was run a lot of tunnel screens. We saw you with the Amazon Prime delivery to Xavier Restrepo this past week. So we know TVD's in there, but can you put a big W on your resume? That's what I want to know. I think going into this game, we're going to be able to run the ball because when I watched the game last year, we were able to run the ball. We had stupid mistakes like missed tackles on special teams. Tyrique Stevenson, my guy, muffing a punt. We had stupid mistakes like that. But we were able to run the ball, and then they had A-Chain. Those were basically the differences. The turnovers and then A-Chain and us not being able to score in the red zone. Tyler, TVD, can you be the difference maker? Because I promise you, I'm going to assume I do know we can run the ball because our running backs are looking nice. If they try to load the box, can you make them pay? Can you lead us to get the big W? And that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know, man. Texas A&M is a very beatable team, but I think ranked 23rd, 24th, a SEC school, big recruiting weekend. A lot of recruits are going to be at the game. Texas A&M, no matter what their record is, they are heavy in the recruiting game. This would go a long way to changing things in Miami. And I'm hoping that when we line up, we go toe-to-toe. I would like for us to just go in there and whoop their ass. But let's say things get in the thick of things and things get tough. I would like to see us be the one on the other end getting the W. Let me know what you think about Miami versus Texas A&M. Let me know what you think about my thoughts. They're my thoughts. They don't have to be your thoughts. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'm out. Peace.